what's you guys' vision for School of Bots? Like, what do you guys, the go-to for X, Y, and Z, or is there like a next venture that you guys are hopping into with bots, or tell us.
Yeah, so I think for School of Bots, when we first started it, we kind of had a bigger vision for it, but we wanted to start out with just like a course in a community for expert bot builders and newbies who can come in and then, share insight, share knowledge, and just share best practices with each other. I think that's always the best thing to do. Even if you're talking with your competitors, like the only way you're all going to get better is if you're able to collaborate and just discuss and have those conversations about everything new that's coming out, the best tactics, the best strategies. So I think that was our vision in the beginning, was just to like kind of what I always say as our motto is like democratize chatbot education. So, just give people, non-technical and technical people, access to the information they need to build successful chatbots. Because the problem is right now there's a big divide between like very technical developers and super non-technical marketers in the bot builder space. A lot of these agencies that come out are either super technical or they're non-technical, and all they do is like, use ManyChat or ChatFuel, which is great. That's not, negative at all. But nonetheless, there is like a very big difference between those two pools. And there's not really an in-between right now, I'd say. So because of that, we want to enable both of those sides to have the knowledge and experience that they don't currently have. So the non-technical people need to have a little bit of experience, whether they partner up with someone and we give them access to, a pool of people they can partner with, like developers. And then for the technical people, it's like they usually don't have a great understanding of just conversational elements, like having a persona in your bot, just making it seem more human, right? They're usually just kind of bland and like very menu based, right? So allowing those people access to marketing knowledge and, just conversational elements, and like partners, again, giving them access to people who could potentially partner and help them with that part, I think is kind of our goal here, just to enable people to have more skills to create better chatbots. And then later down the line, honestly, before we created School of Bots, I was thinking like maybe create an accelerator or an incubator or something for chatbots. And then this was kind of the easiest thing for us to create at the moment, since, we're traveling and we're also running our agency. But I think later down the line, we'll definitely expand into like specific niches of teaching chatbots. So we'll, bring on experts who have done amazing things in certain niches for chatbots, and then maybe implement like a lot more of the sales and biz dev side of it. So that's kind of what we're trying to combine right now in the course. But again, you've got the non-technical, the technical, and then the non-technical is kind of split into like creatives and salespeople. So just kind of letting that blend together and giving people access to the education and experience that they need, I think is like the vision right now. But we'll probably look to expand and, create more businesses in the chatbot space as we get this, off the ground and running and more successful.
Yeah, as Alexa bots begin to get bigger and WhatsApp bots come out and LinkedIn or Instagram bots, all these different things that we're seeing get played with right now, as those get mass adopted and as people start to get in that world, we're going to get into that as well and start to teach people those exact principles. But the thing the reason we start with School of Bots is, when it comes to building chatbots, two of the most important things are, understanding how to communicate with people, right? From a chatbot standpoint, right? How to create a flow, that allows someone to want to continue to communicate with them, to get what they want done, to whatever your objective is. How do you create a flow in Messenger that's particular to a conversation format, that works well? So that works in Messenger, that works with Alexa, that works with, LinkedIn, Instagram, like all of that, those platforms, the similarity that they have is from a marketing standpoint, you need to know how to communicate with your user at that point, which is an entirely different form of communication than we've ever experienced before from a business standpoint. So understanding that and how to teach that to people will easily be able to translate into when we start teaching Instagram bots and start teaching, WhatsApp bots or Alexa bots, whatever it is, that same marketing principles can be applied in those spaces, as well as having to sell these technologies to businesses, right? If I'm going to sell someone the concept of an Alexa chatbot, the sale is going to be a very similar process for how I'm going through selling chatbots to businesses right now. So by mastering these two main principles of understanding like what environment you're in and how to communicate with users in this environment, and understanding how to sell that value proposition to businesses, can then be translated to all the other bots that are going to come out in the years to come. So that's my vision for School of Bots, is at the end of the day to kind of have us be a one-stop shop for whether you want to learn, Facebook Messenger chatbots, WhatsApp chatbots, Alexa chatbots, Instagram chatbots, doesn't matter. The principles that we're building and developing on and gaining from, all the masters and experts of the community right now and being in it since the beginning is really going to be able to be implemented towards, the future of school bots, which will just be a full democratization of chatbot education.